Q&A part, but before going there, what we are going to do over here is we will start with the assessment report. So what happened? For the candidates evaluation process, we had some assessments that is being done by interviewers. The candidates had 2 different interviews. One with the past 5 generation MCPs that called internal interview. The second one called like external interview. Okay. Right now we will give only to the one copy to the each LC. Okay. And also MC, not anyone else will receive it. Only ASCII and current will receive one. Super important. You cannot take a picture. Never ever. This is not going to be. If we see or if someone else sees you taking a picture of these copies, you will be disbarred from voting process. Okay? Not taking pictures, not taking notes about it. This is a confidential information. Okay? And if everybody received it, I will make an explanation. These reports have been done in order to show you, for you to understand which kind of things that the boards are evaluated. You might have your own opinion, but this is an assessment that is being done in this kind of election process. Okay? What are these out there? No pictures. You cannot send it to anyone. No way. Can I take your phone? MC, please delete these pictures. No picture. No picture in this specific case. And check if anyone has already sent or not. Did you send before? Okay. No proof of this. Okay. So we're just gonna accept it because he had different kind of intention to send it to his president, but this information is not leaking out. Right? So, and if you see anyone taking a picture of this, you raise your hand, you tell your MCP or me, someone is taking a picture, we will disbar them from the election. Okay? Cool? Please. You will have some time to read the report and so on. We will give you this report until the end of the Q&A part. You can keep this, but again, you cannot disclose this information. Okay? And then, what is going to happen? I will give you 2 minutes to evaluate this in any case. Then I will explain the next steps. There are different kind of evaluation regarding to the candidates. That has been a slide and all the explanation has been done. So on the lead of your MCP, Seren, we gave it as 2 different boards, make the assessment and make the interviews, and that's how it has been done. Okay. And we will collect them from you as exact number of pages right after the Q&A part. If you are missing any pages while we are collecting them, you will be also disbarred from voting. That's really cool. Take your time. We will collect the pages in 5 minutes at 4:50 from you. Okay? Last 3 minutes. In 1 minute, we will get a little bit back. If you finish reading, you can raise up the papers and we'll come and take it from you. Okay?
You can raise your hand.
Let's gather them up quickly. The time is up. Please deliver it to the MC with the exact number of papers that you took them. The time is up. Please deliver paper to the MCs. Everybody deliver the papers. Tamam. Okay. Okay. Cool. Just one time wrapping up why we have these kind of things. It's happening since the MCP elections of 1819. Just to give also an external overview. This is not to like put an opinion on someone's favor or discredit on some candidate. We just wanted to like show you your MCP plan this, arrange the meetings with external bodies, have the meeting, prepare the report, and want to share with you. Clear? So just this as it is. Right now we are gonna move forward with the Q&A part. Okay? How it's going to work? Every candidate will come individually, and we will give them some questions. Every candidate will receive 7 questions that you wrote. We consolidated those questions, or some of them we just took it however as it is. And how it's gonna work? The candidate will enter here. We are gonna distribute 21 questions in this plenary, and there is numbers, also the names of the people. So let's say we'll start with Arda, right? For Arda, there is 7 questions. From 1 to 7, you will have the numbers. When I say question number 1, person who have been assigned to number 1 will get up, read the question, ask it to the candidate directly, then candidate will answer, okay? He or she will have 30 seconds of time to think, 1.5 minutes to reply. Clear? Right now, if you want to ask question, please raise your hand. Let's give in an order. The questions are in English. Who wants to ask question? I will start from behind. Anyone else? I would love to ask questions here, but anyone else? One more question.
I have 5 more questions.
If there's no read your question, also check whom you are asking the question. Remember. Okay, right now, whoever asking questions to Arda, raise your hand. Arda. Who is number 1? First question to Arda. Second question to Arda. Third question. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Seventh. You already know, then we will move forward. Right now, only those ones will ask the questions. You remember the order? We will go with that. Cool? Clear? Amazing. So right now, our candidate is still waiting there. We will shout once more with a strong passion, MCP, MCP, and we will invite you. Let's please get up. Get up, get up, get up. Please give strong applause, okay? Not like yawning or like you don't want to be here. You don't have to be here if you don't want to be here. So make it worth it, okay? Please welcome on the stage First sticky candidate, Arda Akgüzü! Arda, welcome. We hope you are doing well. We came to the stage of Q&A. There was hundreds of questions from people for every single candidate. We consolidated 7 of them. We will give you those questions. The planner will read them to you. They already have the numbers, assignments. For each question, you will have 30 seconds to think and 1 minute and a half to reply. I will show the preparation time. You can see the question time out there. Take notes, whatever you want to do, that's also okay. We will start. You want to say anything else? Cool. Let's start with question 1.
First question. When Evans Vayala use Big Forum, up or down to LC level, how will MC tracking these EVA for brand representation?
Thank you for the question. Okay, actually, first thing is, I think the confirmation process of everything prepared already we have for another kind of like brand elements that we approve first as MC and then LCs are using them. So I think usage of these platforms 100% can be one of the options that we can track how it is being downscaled. And second one, having a like educational downscale to the LC, especially to like LCVP that is responsible from IPA, to how to be careful about brand elements inside of these events, from the like starting from the logo usage, going to the any question asked and answered inside of these situations, because like events are also possibilities that people can direct the question to us that has been there before in any side of the brand and so on. I think this having full guideline and downscaling the education after control phases will be pretty enough in this case. And further than this, we should like experience it and then build upon what we experienced for.
The second question.
Okay, here is the second question. What kind of investment that you are suggesting for the financial side to the LCs, and how you are evaluating the financial side for all LCs?
Thank you for the question, firstly. When it comes to the answers, I pretty assume that having investments on digital marketing side, furthermore, and also membership development side, not only includes conference fee discounts, but also preparing LC events, R&R campaigns, and so on, can both improve our external productivity, but also internal productivity to boost the investments that having a return, like, because as an example, like we have a digital marketing investment, if you don't ensure that we will use the outcome of it as efficient as possible, it will be less outcome of investment that we have. So I pretty suggest like those two situations. When it comes to LC's financial side, overall, when we assume the entity's current state, we grow another revenue distribution size and another product growth. And in this case, I expect to have operational directions and goal setting in this way by having financial synergies, corner synergies in the LC level to have the incomes from different revenues part as well.
The next question.
The third question is, what kind of investments waiting us in IM side?
Thank you for the question. Okay. For the answer, I mostly think about automations that we could have and platform connections we could have from like starting from AIESEC.org to connect with Podio and Expa and having a bridge inside of the functional flow we have already, and it will be making what we do so faster and more stable than we do because we won't be lacking any of information that is necessary for every single partner or EP or member in our operational phases. So in this case, we will be going so faster in our operations and it will deliver us the needed operational agility in this level and so process time. Second thing can be mostly about customer-faced automations as we are using in nowadays as well, but spreading it to the exchange delivery, standard delivery phases, to having like preparation automated, I don't know, like realization automated, post experience automated. In this way, we could ensure that every single EP or every single partner receives the systems or service that we needed to send to them, and we will be collecting returns in this way, and also it can be connected with the things we should deliver, so basic as invitation letters, acceptance notes, and so on. Everything can be going connected through these systems.
The next question.
The question for is all entity realities are different. Do you think if some of the entities have more exchange than us, should we try to more, as you mentioned, stay as well at the top one, even we have some of the problems with OPS sites?
Thank you for the question. When it comes to the answer, I want to evaluate this in two different aspects. For first is reality division through the LC. Second is overall operation growth perspective. And I want to start from second one actually. When it comes to operation growth perspective, we shouldn't grow up in our operations in any of our LCs. We should grow, but for sure the growth rate will depend on the LCs already using their market in like more efficient than the others. So like one LC will grow 50%, other LC will grow 100%, other will grow 25%. For sure, it will depend on the realities, but it is a thing that should be done for every single LC, because to sustain our resources, we should also go further when we consider the economical situation of the country as well. Second thing, realities. Yes, we do exchanges, but exchanges are not the only thing that we are doing inside of the organization. So if an LC is mature enough in operations, can also focus on other details to optimize whatever we do, like in local brand usage, in events, in operational enhancement, in CX phases especially. So I believe this growth can make us in a better way.
The next question.
For the fifth question, for the budget, what will be the actions you will take to make close B2B OJX incomes?
Thank you for the question. In this case, what we should focus in mostly in OJX growth, I believe three different pillars can support us in this way. First one will be IR management upscaling. It won't affect only OJX side, but also like all operations, but especially in OJX side, way we do OJX in like previous terms as well was when we consider especially OGV side. In this case, we were like having huge contributions from specific entities, and in this case, like a couple of them we lose, couple of them we gain. So what we needed here to both protect the CX we already have upscaled in OJX side, but also increase the volume. We should find and align and learn how they do in terms of another partnerships that we can receive inside of AIESEC. So expanding our IR kit, let's say, number of IR, and also make the relationships as we had with other entities as same with them, because it pretty affects to working with similar entities to protect the CX we already have as well. Second thing will be sales capacity building, but not only in like developing salespersons, but also understanding how to sell a country, how to sell an opportunity 100% deeply from the membership level. Because since we consider most of HR of us is from members, we should ensure that they know how to sell a country, how to sell an opportunity in basic basis. And because when I remember my OGV times.
Thank you, Arda, for the response. Next question.
What are your extra income plans for the MC since rents are going up and the living standards go down due to economy?
Thank you so much for the question. This question involves the salary situation.
It doesn't say the salary, it just says since rents are going up and living standards going down.
Okay. When it comes to the answer, mostly like rather than everything I mentioned until this moment that we have as an operation incomes, because they are already part of the answer of this question, like OGX growth and like in going forward in operations in LC level. Plus what we have as an extra in MC is PD. And in PD, I would like to have extra events we can produce in MC level, not only limited with IVA, but another kind of events that we can have from another functions as well. As an example, like leadership summit we produce, it includes people, it includes a platform we can connect the partners to develop our membership as well, as a brief example. Secondary, it will increase the number of slots we can sell, so it will reflect to the sales amount of us. And when we consider the pricing updates according to currency reality of our country, we will be repackaging our sales flow according to the profitability we have from the previous term. And secondary, for sure, like main reason that we will be focusing on board of advisors won't be this, but also it will be an income resource for MC to have it stable and having regular basis meetings and touch points with them to provide better connection. So it will expand our corporate network inside of the MC, because that's how it should be.
Thank you, Arda. Last question.
Okay, last question. When we consider most of the LCS markets are suitable for AIESEC site, which is more profitable for LCS, what will be your main action steps to balance the revenue distribution to 25%?
When it comes to the answer, it will include the similar parts that I already answered in previous revenue distribution questions as well. But what is the main thing here? Like IGT, IGTA, and IGTA are bringing the most of the income. So in this case, how we can balance it with the others? First, we might grow in the IGV phase as well. It is part of ICX, but still it is far less income bringer than IGTA and IGTE. So we need to balance them within ICX. And then we should focus on OGX side as well to upscale the operations we have this side. And now we will have the others as like events produced by LCs, alumni, like alumni connection and alumni boards, and also sponsorships for the local events that we have already. LCs, alumni, like alumni connection and alumni boards, and also sponsorships for the local events that we have already can be bringing a big chart that we can distribute and like put one by one for each bucket that we have.
Thank you for the responses. So that was all from our side. Congratulations. See you in the next step. One warning, nobody put a gun in your head to be here. So if you guys need, make it sound, you swiping up Instagram stories over here and making sound and disturbing candidates, maybe one of the most important day in their lives is super disrespectful. That's something we don't do as AIESEC. So I suggest you check your sound and control your phone. Cool. Breathe out a bit more, breathe out. We will do it for 6-7 more times. Okay, so please get up. Our candidate is here.
MCP.
She really wants to have an elect over here. Okay, cool. Please welcome on the stage your next applicant, AIESEC. Cool. You must be excited probably to this as well. You have more than hundreds of people listening to you. They have some questions as well as everybody for you as well. Hundreds of them we received. We consolidated 7 questions for you. And then people already know who will ask the question. They will stand up, ask you the question. Your timekeepers will be there. 30 seconds of thinking and 1.5 minutes for replying. The question.
Cool to go.
Let's start with the first question for Elena.
Okay, first question. What will be the difference between MCP visits and OD visits? Do you think an MCP will have time to visit LCs?
Thank you so much for the question. I will answer. In 10 seconds, I'll use my time. Thank you so much for the question. Can everybody see me while I sit? Should I stand? Okay. Thank you so much for the question. First thing is that about if the MCP is going to have enough time to visit LC. Like I explained before, it's going to be happen only one time in the year. But it's also about it's not your question, everybody's question. It's also about question of priorities. And in my perception, in this timeline of the COVID, we understand how it's important to have a physical touch point with our LCs. And in order to understand what is LCP's current situation in their LC, in order to understand what is the real, what's happening in reality in their LCs, I think once in a year, MCP should visit their LCs and LCPs in their places. And how we're going to align with OD, like I said, it's only going to be once in a year. And OD visit, we have minimum 2, up to 3. And MCP visit will be in the first time, in the first study period of people, the new EPs becoming current. That's why we will understand better what's happening in the LC from the previous year. And then we're going to see what's going to happen. What are the things are waiting for these people and for this LC and for this EB. And the difference between OD visits and MCP visits will be, MCP visits mostly will be about understanding and also preventing the upcoming issues that may urge. And also having precautions before the problems urge. Thank you so much for the question.
Thank you, Elena. Next question.
PR moved to
Can I have it again?
With this year, JD's MCP marketing and PR, we are moved to PD corner in your structure. What will be the JD of EXP?
For sure. Okay. Thank you so much for the question. Actually, I was waiting for this question to come because it is a better option for me to explain in detail. So right now, in the structure that I showed you, PR is in another MCP's JD. And what will be the JDs of MCP brand and brand experience is going to be, first thing is branding overall, because this person will be only responsible for marketing and sales mindset, and also will be the face of external. IAM investments and improvements are going to be responsibility of this person, and also improving points for the landing page and also website and all the social medias that we have to reach our customers. Also, employee branding project that I was showing you, and also word of mouth site and all the social medias that we have to reach our customers. Also, employee branding project that I was showing you, and also word of mouth marketing projects, brand ambassador projects, and last but not least, all of the national campaigns, attraction period, funnel leads are going to be with the strategy and direction of MCP BXP. Thank you so much for the question.
The next question. Hello, dear MCP. What are the investment plans do you plan for information management digitalization?
Thank you so much for the question. First of all, this year we already started to take some steps to improve our IAM channels. But next year, first thing is going to be started, and I also explained a little bit in the previous questions that next year MCP BXP is going to be responsible for IAM investments and development. And first thing is, this year we started. Next year, with a person who is only going to be focusing on this, we will have our whole focus on that. So first thing is our HR, and second thing is developing what we have this year. And fourth thing is that I was mentioning that our PD partners, this is another little proposition for us to promote them, to ask them, and also our PD partners have their external people who are helping them, and they are open to help. It's better to work with them comparing to starting with another stakeholder, because their pricing will be way much better because of the relations that we hold already. And also alumni relations. This is not the most sustainable side of it, because alumni relations mean that they're helping for their favors. But yet again, we have a lot of alumni relations mean that they're helping for their favors. But yet again, we have a lot of alumni who are actually working in this area for their career. So with the person that who is only going to work for this, with the improvements of this year, with the PD partnerships that we are going to have, and also alumni relationship, we will cover this area. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you, Aleyna. Next question. Hello. What will be your strategies of the conference fee since they are increasing?
Yep, that's my time. Thank you for happen for the next year with this economy. For the conferences are going to be. I was telling you that Atalca 700 people. So for sure there should be a space that I need to answer this question. First thing is that this is something that we already have, so we need to develop on this. Is that from last year, NATCO, you know that we have international delegates. So we keep this extra fee for that, and we are planning to use it for Planco. This system is actually was first time that we tried implemented last year. So we will keep this, but with the increased number of delegation. And second thing is that we are going to make agreements as a yearly. That's why I said MCP Finance and Legality should work on their projects with the strength in EFP, because also one of the things that I want my MCP Finance and Legality to focus is that from the beginning of the year with the agency that we hold already. We want to make yearly agreements, and we want to send the people, for example, in the beginning of the year, like in the end of the second month of the year, we're going to send people like each conference is going to be happen where estimated delegation number and estimated fee so that people will be way much ready to prepare themselves to pay the conference fee. And also, one more thing is that maybe we can think about the global partnerships for that. For now, I cannot promise for international conference because it's not really certain what's going to happen to AIESEC next year. But it is also good, seems like a good investment that we can use and we can adjust it into our pool that we were using from last year.
Thank you, Alena, for your response. Next question.
Okay, fifth one is coming. What are the problems between ECB and OPS and why? How do you think to fix this problem and how do you think they can work aligned?
Okay, so what I see right now is that each year we're developing, and I believe this year we were developing from the previous year, but still we have yet things to develop. What are the things that first thing that we are lacking and we need to work on is that to have OPS and ECB alignment in the data part. We are not sure how many breaks, how many reapprovals that we have from previous years, and we are checking them once the time arrives, and that's why actually we think it's a huge problem, but this is the only area actually that we are living problem. So first thing that we will focus for the next year is data-driven synergies. And I believe this is also a perception, this is a mindset that we are seeing ECB as another body from OPS corner, but actually, in fact, it is not. ECB is also not only there for audit, but also there to make sure that we are covering every stage of operation. So implementing the understanding of ECB is actually a body of operation corner. And also one more thing is that having monthly synergies, but not with only MCVP, ECB responsible, but with all OPS corner, every area, to see where are we in the audit part, to see what are our data, to understand like in the end of every month, what are the data that we need to break approvals, we need to reapprove, what is our true stage in our legality, and also how much we are aligned with compendium. We will have monthly synergies and also implement ECB into the operation corner body. Thank you so much for the question.
Thank you, Alena. Next question.
Thank you so much for the question. Actually, I was explaining the same thing. So when I was doing presentation for corners, I said like some of the things we need to develop and some of the things we need to keep. So the OD model, dynamic OD model that I was mentioning, actually is the same one that we're keeping right now. The difference that what could it be and why we don't have it. So we can have our OD model emerge into our network tracking tool. However, the finance data is coming once in a month. That's why the quickest period, the smallest period that we have for our OD model right now is once a month for, and we will keep that. And also, are we going to keep the tiering system or not? Yes, we're planning to keep the tiering system, but for sure, we need to update the KPIs. We need to update the measurements that we have for each of them according to our reality and according to our every pillar that we have in our tiering system. This will be all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alena, for the reply. Yes, last question.
Last question. When IVA down scale to LC level, how will MCP tracking these IVA for brand reputation?
Can I have it again?
When IVA down scale to LC level, how will MCP tracking these IVA for brand reputation?
If I understand right, when will we downscale EVOS to LC level? This is the question. Okay, I'll think of it. Okay. So for now, actually, we are running as on both in MC and LC level. Maybe it was a confusion, but I will explain my perspective better, like how we are going to downscale it. Is that right now we are actually in the process of working with a project that we call National IVA Handbook. And in that IVA Handbook, Müjdat is currently working on that, is that we have 3 national IVAs that's created by our IVA crew, and we will downscale it to LCs. And I hope that this will be even there before this term ends. So I think this explained, but if I didn't understand the question and it was something else, then I can have the follow-up question if the chairman lets me.
You can read the same question again, and then you can reply in the timeline. Just
Okay.
don't add anything else. Read the question again.
Was this an answer for this question, or did
He's
I?
not the owner of the question, so he doesn't know. Repeat the question.
When IVA downscaled to LC level, how will MCP tracking this IVA for brand reputation?
Oh, how will MCT? Okay, Tamam, thank you so much. I have this much time, so I will be fast. We are in the process of aligning our IVA tracking with our ECBs, and also we need to develop audio in order to understand like what is the IVA guideline, what is the things that we need to upload IVA business model, so and also IVA brand kit. There will be a space on the podium. We will upload everything just like we do for every other department. For example, OGX audit documents. It will be the same for IVA documents, and ECB is going to be tracking that just like the other departments as well. Thank you so much, and sorry for this.
Thank you, Alena, for the
Thank you so
replies.
much, people.
So see you in the next level.
Thank you.
For another 30 seconds. I know it's painful, especially when you're not 100% good to listen that much long. Hold on, some spaces. Enough rest already there. Our candidate is ready. Again and again, this is a very historical day. Please shout at it. Like, don't look at each other's face, yelling, not shouting. Okay? This is not why we are here. Okay? So for the last Q&A part, please stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up. Please welcome on the stage your another MCP candidate for this Q&A part. Oğuzhan Erken! Welcome, Oğuzhan. We hope that first pages were good. We are in the Q&A space. Same as the other candidates, we also received questions for you. We consolidated them. We tried to consolidate it for 7 questions. People know what to ask, what not, so they will ask your questions. Your timekeepers will be there. 30 seconds of thinking of the question, you can. And 1 is around for each question. If you end up your time, we will cut you off for this one. Cool?
Okay, it's okay. Can I ask for questions?
However you feel comfortable, that's your choice. Cool. So let's start with question number 1 for Oğuzhan.
Okay, so the first question is, what will be the strategies or content to develop the proposition of IXP and keep the longevity of this member?
Legality. You ask.
Longevity.
Longevity of this member. Okay, thank you for the questions. What will be the value proposition of IXP? Actually, it will be the same GV that we propose. What will be the value proposition of IXP? Actually, it will be the same GV that we propose to the outside. But in the inside part, you are giving the chance to develop someone to have this experience, and it will be the chance to understand better more, and you can create more impact while understanding. You can sell more as team member of OGT or team member of OGT. When it comes to longevity part, if one person goes to IXP and if we can create proper timeline and proper spaces to reintegration and also IXP inside of the and season inside of the I believe that IXP experience or reintegration experience can make people understand more about the why AIESEC, why of AIESEC or what AIESEC does for the country and for the world as well. Thank you for this.
Thank you. So next.
Okay, the second question is what will be the main responsibility of MCP BXP in terms of PR communication? Also, can you explain in more details the distinction of the JD with MCP PR?
Last part, can you say?
Can you explain in more details the distinction of JD with MCP PR?
Okay. First thing first, when we look at the PR, we can divide PR into two. First, partner side, and the second part, partners and event side, and second part is how we can show our organization to outside, or what is the communication channels, what is the communication style that we use for communicate with the public. BXP part will be responsible. BXP will be responsible for branding, brand positioning inside the country, inside the market, and also creating brand, creating kind of more, being more involved to funnel of the operations, to give branding experience for each funnel. And when it comes to communications part, all the statements that we can publish to as like statements or communication channels and the way that we use on branding communication will be responsible of BXP. For the PR part, MCP PR will be responsible for partnerships and event creation and MC level EVAs.
Thank you. So next question.
The third question is, what kind of things you are planning for government relations?
Okay, for the governmental relations, also MCP PR will be affected and increase the government relations as well. But I cannot say direct things, or I cannot say something certain right now because still we don't know what will happen in 2023. That's why I do believe that MCP will happen in 2023. That's why I do believe that MCP PR can create impact and increase governmental relations and can position AIESEC when it comes to if government speaks something about you. I do believe that AIESEC needs to be on this table. But when we consider the next year as 2023, we don't know what will happen. That's why I cannot give any direct or certain answer right now. But I do believe that with the planning and with the action steps, MCP PR will be increase the relations that we have with the government. Thank you for the question. Can you say? I didn't say we can't accept. I said that we couldn't accept we have customers as Gen Z, and we will have customers as Gen Alpha on the future. Still, we are having marketing strategies and selling strategies according to what we have with the Gen Y, Gen Y. That's what I said. But I don't say we can't accept with the Gen Y, Gen Y. That's what I said. But I don't say we can't accept Gen Z and focus on Gen Y.
Thank you. So next question.
Question is, do you plan to organize international conference? If yes, what are your plans?
Right now, I don't have plan to organize international conference, but I do have plan that having international delegation instead of some conferences that we have in nation level.
So next question.
Okay, the question is, how will you boost digital marketing and PR activities?
Okay, first thing first, I will understand the PR part. Having MCP PR will create more focusing on the same specific area, SPR, and also increasing, like, how can I say? For example, we'll have one version large lesson on a tempo. I hope it will be continue for the next year. But the question is how we can make the ASIS create large lessons or use these forums. And I do believe that MCP PR and PR strategies will serve for this. And can I take the question of digital part as well again?
I will do all question. How will you boost digital marketing
Okay, for the second question of digital part as well, again.
I will do all question. How will you boost digital marketing and PR activities?
Okay, for digital marketing, I do believe that we can create omni-channel marketing, and we can also increase the user experience that we have, and also digital experience the users and also the customers that we have, and also increasing the channels that we have. I do believe that it will increase the expo. I already answered the PR part, and one more thing that we need to consider to changing the way that we communicate inside of the channels that social media channels. For example, on Twitter, most of the companies using sıcakkanlı communication with the customers. That's why maybe we can consider this to hitap etmek to generate more. Thank you for the question.
Thank you, Son. We don't have any other question, right? Last one, yes. Thank you, Son. We don't have any other question, right? Last one, yes.
How would you plan the major revamp of the investment in No, for the investment, the major revamp of the investment.
Major. Okay, for the return of investment part, we can calculate that the finance part, for example, we can consider the investments that for the currencies and gold, so on. But I think main problem is calculating the marketing side, investments of marketing side. When it comes to ground, it's the hardest one, but we can create UTM links to measure the how much sign-ups or how much customer we collect from the ground activities that we have in the universities. And also digital part, as MC will start to use Google Analytics, and I do believe that we can measure the marketing performance and also return of investment as well when it comes to digital. And for the LC level, besides the calculation, I think having mindset, especially on the digital marketing side, having mindset that how we can decrease the cost per click, how we can engage with, how we can reach more people with the lower costs. I think it's the thing that we need to give as education to and increase the mindset of the LCs as well. Thank you for the question.
Thank you, Son. With that, we are finishing this process. So see you at the panel.